There are very few places that can begin to compare with us in terms of the facilities for research and really strongly focused faculty involved in graduate education and research. And of course, graduate education is primarily the joint activity of a professor and his students trying to solve problems at the forefront of science or technology. In just every conceivable intellectual area that's involved with engineering, we are right at the forefront.
The College of Engineering at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign is consistently ranked among the nation's best. The college is committed to academic excellence, and its graduate programs attract the brightest students in the world.
One of the things that attracted me to this university is the quality of the people, the faculty and the graduate students. I think people are fundamental. Without people, you can't get anything done.
One of the big strengths of the university, I believe, is its diversity. There's just so many opportunities across the campus for talking with experts about your interests, taking classes in your area, or using equipment or facilities that you need for your research. It's just really tremendous.
One of the college's many strong points is its commitment to student-faculty interaction in all departments.
I talk to the professors, and they are very knowledgeable about all sorts of things. They sit down with you, and I like that because then that means that they're approachable. I can go to them if I have a problem in a class, and they'll be able to help me with it.
I had done some undergraduate project work with Professor Stillman and one of his graduate students my senior year. And through that experience, I was able to meet a few of the professors here. And then when it came time to apply to different graduate schools, I ended up coming to Illinois because of the relationships I had with other graduate students and with professors, and it really turned out to be the best program for what I wanted to do.
It's fun to come into work, and it's fun to come up to the lab to see what the students are doing and what they've accomplished. And it's also exciting to see students applying for different jobs and to see what they can accomplish in the profession.
The excellence of the faculty and the scope of the college's academic programs are matched by a continuing commitment to state-of-the-art facilities. The University of Illinois is the home of the National Center for Supercomputing Applications, the Beckman Institute for Advanced Science and Technology, and the new Granger Engineering Library Information Center. Excellent classrooms and laboratories contribute directly to Illinois' international reputation for academic excellence.
If you wanted to use a scanning electron microscope, we have a wonderful facility over in the Materials Research Lab. If you wanted to use some state-of-the-art analytical techniques, you can go to the Hazardous Waste Research Laboratory.
The room that we're in right now probably holds one of the better collections of instrumentation of its kind in the country. And then this building, the Microelectronics Lab, has very few equals in academia. You're pretty much in the middle of this great engineering quad with Beckman and CSRL and microelectronics and civil and computer science.
The University of Illinois Library is the largest state university library in the country. The new Granger Engineering Library Information Center will store the entire engineering collection and provide space for the estimated 6,500 new volumes that will be added each year. The Department of Physics at the University of Illinois serves as a model for physics departments at other colleges and universities. Its reputation is second to none.
Illinois has a very fine tradition, really outstanding tradition in physics. It goes back all the way to the 20s, but its most recent work was really the work of a man named Wheeler Loomis, who in the 40s and 50s built up the department and did a number of things which other departments could have done and might have done, but didn't.
Physics has always been part of the engineering college, which is unusual. And so there's always been a strong physics/engineering connections, which has, I think, strengthened both physics and engineering, and the students profit from this.
The department's reputation rests on many foundations, including the accomplishments of the late John Bardeen, the only person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in physics. Bardeen, a member of the University of Illinois faculty from 1951 until his death in 1991, changed the world by co-inventing the transistor and by co-developing the theory of low-temperature superconductivity.
His tremendous contributions to 20th century physics and technology provided a focal point, and his style, which was very calm, very thorough, just sheer excellence, really set the tone for the department.
All of the professors here are world-class researchers. It's very exciting for a graduate student who is just starting out in his field of study to work with one of these professors.
What makes this a great place is that there are a large number of faculty doing a broad number of different kinds of physics here. There's 70, 80 faculty doing work on solid state or condensed matter physics. There are people here in the department doing nuclear physics. Our group, we do high energy physics, primarily experimental, but we also have theorists here in the department.
I came here originally because the University of Illinois had decided that it wanted to go into solid-state physics. And probably the world's most prominent physicist, Fred Seitz, came here. He was a real believer in the interaction of physics with the rest of the fields of knowledge which border on it, such as chemistry, electrical engineering, metallurgy, and so forth.
Graduate students can come to Urbana, survey the whole field of physics in their initial coursework, talk to many professors in different areas, and then end up choosing one of many possible exciting subdisciplines.
You might call it a full-service physics department. And a student, a graduate student, can come here without having had to pre-select his specialty. And after the first or second year, we'll have the possibility of making a much more informed choice of what field to specialize in.
In my field, there are 7 or 8 different experimental groups doing research on similar work as we are. So just walking down the hallway, you can run into somebody that's doing similar work and can help bounce ideas off of each other.
While the size of the physics department at the University of Illinois is large, it's very sensitive to the need for personal interaction. The department is committed to a warm, caring atmosphere where graduate students and faculty are encouraged to work together.
People are very, very helpful here. They want to see people succeed. They do physics, it's clear to me, because they want to do it. In choosing a place where I wanted to work, this was my absolute first choice because it's almost like a family here among the faculty. I think this is the most cohesive and friendly and pulling together like faculty I've seen.
The people are very congenial, friendly, so it's a good environment. And academically, I think, for people to grow and learn things.
When you're doing research as a graduate student, part of what you're learning is to be an independent researcher. You're learning how to conduct research, to design experiments, and be able to do it on your own. And Ginsberg gives us a lot of freedoms in that respect. You know, if there's something he can do for us, he's always willing to help us out.
The classroom instruction that I've received here is by far the best classroom instruction that I've ever experienced in my life.
There are enough people that if you have questions about certain things, you can just walk into people's offices a lot of time and get the answers you need and get the help that you're looking for.
The department is also committed to a program that encourages interaction among graduate students themselves.
One of the things that has come, I'm very pleased to say, both from our students and from our faculty, is the idea of a mentoring program, by which we mean that the incoming students will have assigned to them an advanced graduate student who has similar interests, who could provide simple advice on not just courses and professors, but also on the general life in Urbana and things in the department.
Graduate students in physics have the opportunity to play a central role in departmental research projects.
We're involved in the collider detector experiment at Fermilab, which is an experiment that studies the basic fundamental interactions of nature at the world's highest accelerated energy of nearly 2 TeV in the center of mass. And the graduate students participate in actually running the experiment, taking data, and then analyzing the data to get physics out. And they play a heavy role in the analysis of the data to get to understand new things about nature.
You know, I feel that when I'm done, I'll be very, very qualified to go and do research on my own, because I've had this experience of picking what I wanted to do and working through it. And developing a new technique to solve a problem.
The physics department is also committed to maintaining the quality of its facilities, classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
The Materials Research Laboratory and some of the other laboratories on campus like that, such as the Compound Semiconductor Microelectronics Lab and the Coordinated Science Lab. These laboratories, through their block funding, are able to buy things such as electron microscopes, X-ray diffraction equipment, accelerators for implanting particles. And the students use these instruments, and improves the quality of their research.
Facilities are just an outstanding quality of this department. The computer capability that we have here at U of I and the computer capability at other schools, it's just like night and day. We have, in my group, in the high energy physics group, we just have really an extremely powerful computing capability.
In addition to NCSA and the Fred Seitz Materials Research Lab, the Urbana-Champaign campus also has been selected as the coordinating site for a science and technology center in superconductivity.
The STCS, as it's called, provides for graduate students and postdoctoral fellows, as well as the faculty, tremendous resource in terms of materials, in terms of colleagues, and connections to other centers of excellence in that area.
Graduate students should also keep in mind that employment opportunities are linked directly to the reputation and quality of the physics department.
The reputation that the University of Illinois has does hold a lot of weight as far as finding us positions. Not only do the faculty members have their own connections, which are useful in themselves, but just the name graduating from Illinois really makes a difference.
I was in industry for 9 years, and in recruiting, someone with a degree from this school certainly was looked at a lot more seriously than a student from a school that we didn't know how to gauge. We knew that the students that came out of here came out with an excellent education.
This summer I was at a workshop for education in physics, and they frankly said a PhD from here was worth a lot more than a PhD from a lot of places, just because if you could do this, then you had to be very competent.
The physics department at the University of Illinois is committed to excellence. The department is committed to meeting the challenges of the future, and there's a feeling among faculty and students here that this department will continue to play a dominant role in the profession.
Since I've been here, it's been a really great experience for me, and I've had many opportunities to do a lot of good things here. This is an outstanding physics department.
Graduate school is not meant to be, a walk in the park. It's meant to be difficult. It's meant to be a lot of your time spent doing research. And this department seems to do a really good job of trying to let us know that, yeah, we're people. I think if I had the decision to do over again right now to redo my decision, I definitely would have come back.
I love doing physics. I've got a lot of equipment, and we're learning things every day. You're also teaching every day, not just the course that I'm teaching, but also teaching my assistants and postdocs and graduate students. It's just very exciting.
I think physics as a field, as a discipline, is going to become increasingly important nationally, because I believe the country is on the verge of recognizing that we really must have a more technically literate populace. I hope the result will be a recognition that we need to invest more in technical education for our students. Physics, I believe, will be at the core of this new investment in science, industry, and academia.
The University of Illinois is located in Urbana-Champaign, an educational and cultural center located within easy driving distance of Chicago, St. Louis, and Indianapolis.
I actually came out here in the spring of my senior year in college, and I took a look at the place. I was very impressed by what I saw. Facilities were outstanding, and I just decided this was a place that I think I would really enjoy studying, and I have no regrets. I really enjoyed it.
I can't say anything better than what the students say about their experience here in Champaign-Urbana. The experience of living in a community with very bright people who are interested in scholarly things, but also having had a chance to take advantage of some of the recreational activities and pursue other interests.
It was a very comfortable place for a graduate student. There's plenty to do. I was really favorably impressed by how many activities there were. All around, it just turned out to be a very comfortable place to be a student.
As you might expect, I've supervised a number of master's and doctoral students. They all speak very fondly of their experience at Illinois. They really enjoyed being graduate students here. They enjoyed working with professors, taking those courses, living in the community. And they Always love to come back and visit.
One of the big questions facing graduate students is what their advanced degree will mean in terms of employment opportunities. Illinois' international reputation in engineering will make a big difference when your graduate education is completed.
When you're considering a graduate school, you should consider the opportunities you're going to have after you finish the degree. So the name of the school is going to be an important one. You want a school that people are going to recognize, so that when you say you graduated from the University of Illinois, people will say, wow, that's great, you completed that degree.
This is a truly great university, and it just has got a lot, and it is an exciting place to visit. And I think it's one should come and look for themselves so they can weigh the factors. I'm very proud to be associated with the students and the faculty and the staff that make this place go.
You're on the verge of making one of the biggest decisions of your life. You owe it to yourself to visit the College of Engineering at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.